Welcome everyone to another edition of Def's Daily Dose of Dota. I'm your host, Michael DeFessis Plumley, and this is a segment where we take some time out of our day, regardless of where we are, to enjoy a Dota game, hopefully learn a little bit, and improve our understanding of the wonderful game we have. Today is another one of those games. It's courtesy of the Korean Dota League Season 2. It's a match of two Tier 1 teams between Zephyr and Pokerface. We're at the end of the drafting phase, and I like to pause right before the 5th characters come out so we can look at the team compositions and try and understand what the teams are looking to do, and at the end of the broadcast, perhaps what they could have done. Let's hop into the game and see what the drafts turn into be. Here we have the final pick coming out for Zephyr. I'd like to note that they're with 2 intelligence characters. Make that a 3rd with Wind Ranger, along with Treant Protector and Naga Siren. Presumably we'll see Naga as the primary carry here. Normally I would be a little concerned about 3 characters of 1 primary attribute, but Wind Ranger is a very versatile character. We will probably see Blitz playing him as a carry. A lot of pro players have taken a liking to Wind Ranger very recently. He is coming into tournament play, and I think he, or she rather, be very popular by the time we get to the International 4. Especially with that focus fire ability
5 seconds
giving
remaining.
you an incredible amount of burst DPS on demand. Likewise from Pokerface. Okay. So they picked Huskar. Welcome to Korean Dota. Let's see how it works out for him. I'd like to note that makes 3 strength characters for them, along with 2 intelligence characters. Typically, you'd like to see a little diversity between the characters. Your agility characters typically have more armor and are durable,
Prepare for battle.
as opposed to the high HP pools. And the Huskar pick is a little surprising coming out from Pokerface. Typically, you see Huskar countering large strength pool characters with very high amounts of HP, such as Wraith King, who's on the same team this time around. But we'll have to see how they lane him. He's a very dangerous character, not only because of his ultimate that does do, as you can see, percent damage dealt ability, 50% of a character's HP. Not quite as a big concern, I would think, for Zephyr, who have several intelligence characters, but we'll see how it turns out. Already we have Zephyr moving through the forest here. Such a nice day in the Dota realm. They will be looking for a pick-off, a stray Radiant
30
character
seconds
wandering
to
alone, but
battle.
they will not find anyone. Instead, they will choose to plop down a ward right here, giving excellent vision of any potential farmers as well as transitions coming out for our teams. And then they'll move back to their positions. We see Pokerface up top. Not much going their way. It looks like they'll be starting a tri-lane to start things out. As Bambo moves to collect the bottom rune,
The battle begins.
Pokerface will check the top rune. It is an invisibility, and it will be picked up by Pokerface. I'm very curious to see how Huskar decides to lane here. He is by himself, and specifically his Burning Spear ability, although very effective, does damage yourself early on. We will have to see him be extremely careful in the early phase if he wants to carry and fulfill the one role for his team. However, Brewmaster is also here for a similar role. He's mid lane against Blitz and Wind Ranger. Burning Spear is coming out for the Pokerface Huskar. Bambo trading some last hits. I hope he's careful. Double rotation coming out of Zephyr. Both Eosin and Purge claiming a quick kill on Huskar.
First blood.
An
It shall
instant
be duly
resurrection
noted.
into teleport. He'll get back on the map and continue the laning phase. Up top we see Naga falling very quickly as well to the aggression from Pokerface. Level 2 coming way of Huskar. He surely is wary now, wondering where both the supports are as Bambo gathers a couple extra last hits. The wave is pushed up on the tower. Excellent phase shift there. And the two supports come in to push in on Huskar as well. This looks like history repeating itself. Frostbite going down, claiming a kill. Silencer ports in. Not the best idea, as he will fall as well. It's 2 minutes in and we already have 4 kills on the board. Here in the top lane we have Disruptor, along with Wraith King being pushed back to their tower. Naga using this opportunity to grab a couple last hits on a creep camp. Here in the middle lane we see a Brewmaster versus Blitz line up on the Wind Ranger. He's getting a little low on health, but with the supports in both lanes preoccupied, he can farm to his heart's content. And likewise, Treant Protector on his team with that wonderful global living armor. I find it very useful against the Huskar, which also makes it a little surprising that the pick came out in the first place. We'll have to see how it turns out, though. The tri-lane up top does not claim the kill on Naga Siren. I think she got down to 6 HP. Looking quickly at the last hits, at around the 3-minute mark, we see the supports having 0 last hits. They are primarily focusing on rotating through the forest, and as you can see, already claiming the 2 kills on Huskar. Sexy Bambo on Puck, working on his kill streak. Very good observer ward there by Zephyr. We'll have to see if they make use of it. As we see Purge waiting in the forest.
Is under attack.
4-minute rune, or rather the 2-minute rune, is haste, and it's at the bottom, waiting for Blitz as Eosin guards it carefully. Huskar is almost camped under his tower, being zoned very effectively by Puck, and the lack of vision also has him apprehensive. You can see from the last hits he's down at 3. Sexy Bambo up at 20. A very good start for our Zephyr player. Likewise, we have more posturing and heroes lying in wait in the top lane. Wraith King will be porting down as we see another jump on Huskar. He falls so quickly. Wraith King running away. Excellent phase shift there on Bambo's part. He will avoid the kinetic field from Disruptor, take a few tower shots, and the Thunder Strike will probably not kill him. It is only rank 1, doing only 40 damage per tick, and that is before magic mitigation. Brewmaster follows in as well, but he
Radiant's
is
middle
too late
tower is
to
under
catch
attack.
Bambo. He'll port back to mid as we see Blitz picking up his first small item, gonna get some extra damage there. 4-minute rune also coming out. Crystal Maiden has picked up the first point in the Arcane Aura. Probably my favorite reason to get Crystal Maiden. As much as I do like the Frostbite ability, good jungling, and the AoE from Crystal Nova, as well as the AoE from Phasing Field. Arcane Aura, simply amazing. Of course, you have to be alive to use it. Brewmaster no longer alive. He falls to the 3 members of Zephyr in mid. A transition from Wraith King. Not much of a transition as he falls. He could have used some more support. Treant Protector going down to 14 HP. Huskar getting some much needed kills here. He could definitely use some items. Preferably, I would like to see some boots out of him to get a little better mobility to avoid these ganks. Naga Siren pushing up on the Tier 1 tower. As we see a transition coming back from Silencer. Porting in will force Corey away. 6-minute rune will go the way of Bambo, and will then be handed back off to Blitz.
Dire's middle tower is under
Huskar,
attack.
probably a little worried that he does not see Puck in the bottom lane, and he does pick up the Boots of Speed and a healing salve. Wards are still in the forest, but they are expiring now. We'll see if more are placed to try and engage on Huskar, as they have already. Looking at the kills, you can see that has resulted in 3 deaths for him. Going back to the top lane, we have Purge on Crystal Maiden, picking up the 2nd point in Arcane Aura. Going to be very beneficial for all the intelligence heroes on Zephyr. Brewmaster, looking at the rotation, he'd like to come down and put some kind of pressure on Blitz with the help of Disruptor. But Windranger is an exceptional hero at escaping. He's going to be tough to kill. We see Eosin on Treant Protector coming back with Sexy Bambo, as well as Phase Boots on Puck and Windranger. Huskar has quite been left alone to his own devices here, and a fresh new Observer Ward has been placed behind him. Another good phase shift on his part. Cynical's looking to rotate back up top as Naga continues to farm, and Purge continues to support. Wonderful Treant Protector healing. The global ability offers just excellent versatility from this support. Huskar using his life break on a target that was
Dire's top
very
tower
low
is
HP.
under attack.
Not sure I would recommend that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Could have been a
attack.
misclick. Could have just been a desperation move to get a small amount of magical damage. Disruptor falling as well to Naga and Blitz. Skeleton King coming in with his stun. He is level 5 and leveling up stats. We do see that sometimes. Treant Protector going up. Windranger falls, as Corey is having DPS put on him as well. But he will be forcing back the Purge. Purge is coming in. He needs some mana to get some abilities off. Everything's on cooldown. But he has served his purpose, running away. However, there are 3 kills going way of Pokerface, as Huskar desperately continues to farm. Looking at the net worth, we see the result of the excellent laning phase from the Puck versus Huskar. He is first in the net worth. Already has his Blink Dagger. As Purge is using this time to do a bit of farming. Love the Frostbite ability. Even at rank 1, it does last 10 seconds on creeps. And it does a total of, I believe, 700 damage. Another kill going way of Puck on the Rage King. That Blink Dagger, very effective. As Treant Protector covers up the bottom lane,
Radiant's
Huskar
middle
continues to
tower is
farm.
under attack.
But we do see a transition out of Blitz. Well, he's at least checking the rune. He'll move back to mid for now. But the threat is always there, especially with the phase boots and the Windranger speed. Disruptor going back to base, picking up a teleport scroll and a magic stick. As Naga has the majority of her core items, I expect Corey to start farming Radiance very soon. Especially with the help of the mana regen from Purge. Sexy Bambo rotating in top. He's going to want to hide for now, but he would like to get a jump on the 2 characters of Pokerface. Preemptive living armor going in on Bambo. He would like to posture, but Pokerface is having none of it.
I'm afraid of nothing so.
Blitz and Brewmaster trading again in mid. His ultimate is up, but I'm not sure he'll want to commit it here. Blitz can always just win run away. Purge is rotated down into bottom, as Eosin covers up the bottom lane. More posturing here in the top lane from Pokerface, as we see Puck using this time to do a little bit of farming while he waits for an opportunity to jump on the Radiant team. There is a ward here spotting things out. Teleports as well as the smoke and mana boots on Treant Protector. He's looking to rotate top. Naga Siren's song is going off. It has caught our silencer, as well as Wraith King on the edge. He is so close to level 6. Kinetic field going down. Huskar leaping, and then immediately snared. He will heal himself. A double kill going way of Zephyr. As we see Tree and Protector being traded. Crystal Maiden dying to the Brewmaster. A very quick buyout by Silencer. I do not necessarily think that that's a bad thing, especially at early points in the game, where the buyout amount is very little gold.
Is empty.
Dire's top tower
I feel it does result in the kill on Wind Ranger, which is a pretty good trade. They'd like to push out the lane here. Perhaps claim the tower. It's already at 70 HP. And they do have 4 heroes here. Bambo is rotating, though.
Dire's top tower is
Pokerface
under
looked to
attack.
keep him away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
DPS going down on the tower, but it will not fall. Not yet. Naga Siren switches to the bottom lane to get a little bit of farming done. He's up to 800 gold. Would like to limit his deaths from here on out to get the Radiance as soon as possible. He's at 2 deaths right now. Looking back
Dire's
at
top
Huskar,
tower is
5.
under attack.
Quite a melee going on here. Kinetic Field going down. Catching Brewmaster. Puck moves in. The Tree Ant ult will claim a life of Brewmaster. He may pay in exchange for it. And the ult finally goes off
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
as they
is under
chase.
attack.
Purge, very low speed, very low HP. Kinetic Field will fall inside of it. However, Silencer is shackled as he quickly falls to the DPS of Wind Ranger.
Radiant's bottom
Disruptor
tower
ports
is under
away.
attack.
Bambo sticking around. He'd like to postulate the shackle, breaking the TP of Huskar as he is routed. Wind Ranger peppering the Pokerface members. He's caught Huskar low.
Radiant's bottom
The power
tower
kill.
has fallen.
The power shot claims the kill. Bambo 70 HP. Wraith King trying to get something done.
Radiant's middle
Living
tower
armor
is under attack.
might have just saved his life. As we see Brewmaster farming out the bottom lane. And Disruptor has moved to mid to try and force away Eos and perhaps get a few last hits in. We see Brewmaster has moved into first place with the last hits, but for the most part, Bambo, Naga, and Corey, pardon me, Blitz, have had an excellent start to the game,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
as the top tower does fall for the Dire. Brewmaster picks up the double damage rune,
Radiant's top
Purge
tower is under
will
attack.
retreat. Brewmaster's Blink Dagger is up. He'd like to jump on Corey, however, defensive Song of the Siren are one of the great things I feel about Naga. Having an ultimate being able to use offensively or defensively. There's quite a bit of a rotation coming here, smoked out from Zephyr. They're roaming around, would love to get a kill on a support or someone farming in the jungle. That person may be Wraith King or Brewmaster. Sentry Ward going down. However, Zephyr engages. The port coming out. Ultimate from Tree Ant will claim the kill on Wraith King. As Brewmaster
Dire's middle
Runs
tower
away.
is under attack.
Bambo is in hot pursuit, though. Everyone's converging on the mid tower. We have the Disruptor ultimate, as well as the Naga ultimate being used. Everyone is coming to mid now. Huskar, once again, does not claim the kill on Wind Ranger. Quite a bit of damage going on Crystal Maiden, but he is being healed. The Tree Ant Protector heal, however, is not enough. Brewmaster continues pursuing Corey. 1,300 gold, a long way from Radiance. Excellent Force Staff, but he will still fall. Silencer is low, along with Huskar, but with 3 heroes down, this should be a very effective push from Pokerface. As they move to presumably get some DPS on the tower, they could desperately use the gold there. Zephyr has amassed a 3k lead. With the lower HP, they will be able to get some increased DPS from Huskar, and the tower will fall. I'd like to use this opportunity to take a break. This concludes what I feel is the early game. Some people call it the mid-game, the laning phase for a Dota match. We start to see the lanes individually, as you can go to the mini-map here. Heroes desert their own lanes as the tier 1 towers start to fall, and there's more roaming, there's more ultimates, and there certainly will be more kills as we enter the mid-game coming up after this.